garden tour. I am trying to be real quick here today because I have a friend coming over for lunch. My friend Linda is coming over and I will be making a low-carb dish. But first I want to start off by showing you these cucumbers, which I am so excited to share with you. I just love this variety of cucumber. They're the gherkin cucumbers and they're so crisp and they make really good pickles. Look how pretty this is. Okay, I really have a lot I want to show you. I want to show you a quick way that I put up some okra, give you some tips on that, and give you a quick minute. I'm going to show you a glimpse of our garden, our blackberry patch, our melons, and some more goodies. So stay tuned and I'll show you my blackberry patch next. So just hang in there with me. We really got a lot of ground to cover. And these cucumbers are really growing, so I better get them while I'm out here. And of course I walked out here without a basket or anything, so I'm just laying these out on these stones out here so I can show you for this video. Blackberries are trying not to get rained on, which is really weird because we live in the desert and it never rains here, but it's trying to rain right now, of course, when I'm trying to do a video. But anyways, they're really high in vitamin C, higher than oranges, I believe. I'm not quite sure about that, but I know they're one of the superfoods, and they're high in vitamin C. And the one really good thing about them is you don't have to buy them in the grocery store. You know how all the prices are increasing so much, and they just taste so much better when you grow them yourself. This is our second year, so they're kind of mediocre growing, but by the third year, they will, the third year and beyond, they will be growing like crazy. So our watermelon and cantaloupe are growing like crazy this year. When they get this big, it usually takes about 70 to 80 days, I think, to get this big, and then about another 10 to 20 days to ripen. When the vine gets like all chivalry, I don't know if that's a word, when it shrivels close to the fruit, that's when it is the sweetest. Let me show you. The fruit will actually detach itself from the stem, and that is when these watermelons are the sweetest. Oh man, I'm really getting rained on out here, but here I am filling up the wagon with cantaloupes and melons. Look at all these, and believe it or not, these are just from one day. Okay, next stop on our garden tour is our squash and our okra. And as you can see, we have a lot. When you have this much, you really need to stay on top of it, get it ready to sell, and put up for the winter. I'm going to show you a real quick way that you can roast the okra and put them in freezer bags and put them in the freezer to freeze, and you can make so many things. You can make gumbo, stews, and stir fries with it. You really can make so many things. I wish I had more time so I could show you, but maybe in another video, write in the comment if you would like me to show you some more okra recipes. For my recipe today, I picked some zucchini and some crookneck squash. I even had plenty left over to send some home with my friend. Well, I was going to show you more of this, of our garden tour, but it looks like I'm going to get rained on, and I have a friend coming over. I'm going to make a keto version of a clafoutis, and so stay tuned and join us. Today we're going to be doing two versions of the clafoutis. We're going to be doing a zucchini and cheddar farm fresh version, and a more of a dessert traditional clafoutis, which is raspberry. Actually, the traditional is usually made with cherries, but we're substituting with raspberries, and I'm going to make this dish keto friendly. So we have our coconut flour and erythritol sugar, which we substituted for regular flour and regular sugar because we made it keto friendly. And we're going to add 3 large eggs into each bowl. These are farm fresh from our chickens, and I always break the eggs in to a separate bowl, just in case you get something in there like an eggshell or something. So you're just gonna put your eggs and your milk, and if you're making the zucchini cheese one, you want to put your cheese in there. You just whisk your eggs and your flour and your erythritol together, and then you're going to add 3 tablespoons of melted butter. And mix that all together. So we julienned our yellow squash and our zucchini, and we are going to saute them in this cast iron skillet. And you're going to add some rosemary. This is freshly ground rosemary, but you could use any type of rosemary. Black pepper, some thyme, and I'm using the Himalayan pink salt. So Linda, how do you like the clafoutis?
That's good.
That video did not go as planned. I was trying to show you how to make a raspberry clafoutis and a zucchini clafoutis, and I kept running into issues with the storage on my memory, so I've solved that problem. Well, my husband went and got me a new SD card, and that seemed to have helped. And so anyways, basically the recipes were the same, so I'm just going to tell you what I did. So the ingredients for the clafoutis were 1/2 cup of flour, 1/4 cup and a teaspoon of sugar, but I used the erythritol and the stevia sugars, and salt, 3 large eggs, 3 tablespoons of unsalted melted butter, and the flour I used was coconut flour, and 3 tablespoons, I already said that, and a finely grated zest of lemon, and 1/4 cup plus 2 tablespoons of milk, which I used the heavy cream. And for the raspberry one, I used 1.5 pints of raspberries, 3 cups. And then I topped that off with the Swerve confectionery sugar that is sugar-free, and I just dusted the top of that off. But now for the zucchini one, which was my favorite one, but my friend, her favorite one was the raspberry one. But for the zucchini one, I think it shows in the video where I sauteed the vegetables, and then we added it. You just preheat the oven to 350 and butter a 9-inch pan, and then whisk your flour and all that together and add your milk and pour it into the dish, and then you top with your raspberries or your zucchini depending on which one that you're going to make. I made 2 kinds, so, and then you just cook it for about 30 minutes until it's golden and let it cool. And if it's the raspberry one, you can dust it with the Swerve confectionery sugar like I did, and then cut into wedges and serve. I had a plan. I was gonna make like a nice table and show Linda and I having our tea and having our clafoutis, but you know, sometimes life just does not work out that way. And it was a lot of fun anyways. We just didn't capture it all on video. I wish I would have been able to introduce you to Linda, and there was a lot more that I wanted to do on that video, but thank you for joining me, and we'll catch you on the next one.